Good morning guys and girls, Black Mamba Biker here. How are we all doing today? And welcome to another sunny-ish day in Cumbria. So the weather between the last episode of Sunny Bear S and this one U has been absolutely horrendous. We've had some of the worst rainfall ever and we're expecting floods again, which is always delicious. So today I'm running two cameras. I've got the drift camera on my helmet, which you can see everything around you with. And I've got the little GoPro down here, so you can see my head movements and stuff. So, yes, back to the actual video at hand. Today is U for U-turn. So today I'm going to demonstrate to you a U-turn, and I'm also going to tell you a couple of stories about some slow riding experiences. As well as that, I'm going to show you some slow riding-ness as well. So I thought I'd start off, as I'm heading to location, with a couple of slow riding stories. So the first one I've got is from back down in Derby, and I was coming from a place called Borrowash into city centre down the A52. Now the traffic was at a standstill, and I was on my 125 GZ, which is a lovely little bike. It's my first bike I ever had. And as I was white lining down the middle of the dual carriageway, I was just pottering along, minding my own business, riding nice and slow, no issues at all. And we got to a bit where a slip road comes onto the road. And this slip road, a car decided to come flying down it. And rather than just sitting in the lane that's the closest to them, they decided to stick their nose into the middle of the road. So of course I slammed my anchors on, being a young and impressionable and unexperienced biker, and completely took my front end out, and my front end actually ended up sliding underneath of a lorry between the rear wheels and the crash bars at the back. So that was quite a scary experience. So this is all in standstill traffic, and I had to get off the bike from underneath the lorry. I had to crawl out from underneath it and grab the bike with one arm and drag it out from underneath the lorry. And not a single person that was sat in standstill traffic with me stopped or even let the lorry driver know that I was actually underneath their lorry. So that was quite a scary thing. And of course the second that I managed to get the bike out, I rode it onto the central reservation. And pulled my helmet off and had myself a nice smoke and a calm down in the middle of the dual carriageway, and then continued my journey into university for a lecture, and it was a 3-hour lecture on electronical mathematical fundamentals, so a real eye-opener. And I sat there in agony for 3 hours going through the lecture. I then got my dad to come and inspect my bike with me at the university car park, while to make sure it was still safe to ride while I'm still riding around in agony. So my second one that I'm going to share with you is such slow riding, I was actually at a standstill. So I used to work in Newark and commute from Derby to get there, and I used to go for this lovely little village that was a 30, and as I was going through this village there's a set of lights. And at this set of lights, I stopped and there was a car in front of me. And this is one of the biggest reasons why I hate mobile phone users, regardless of what you're doing in a car. If you're in a car, put your phone away, put it in glove box. And she was sat there on her phone at the red light. And I'm quite a patient person, so I don't mind so much. So I'm sat there waiting, and the light turned orange and then turned green. And I thought, well, don't worry, she'll notice in a second. And I waited probably about, I'll be honest, 5-6 seconds, which when you think about it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's a fair amount of time to be sat at a green light not even knowing it's green. So I pipped my horn, and when I pipped my horn, she threw her phone onto the passenger seat, crammed her car into gear, and then reversed into me and knocked me off the bike. So yes, she actually knocked me off the bike because she decided to be on her phone at the lights and panicked when she saw that they were green. So of course we both then stopped, and there was a bit of a tyre scuff on the back of her bumper, And I didn't really exactly get knocked off. She kind of just bumped into the bike and I stepped away from the bike gracefully and let it hit the floor. But it was an interesting one indeed. And if she wasn't so attractive, I'd have probably been a bit more mad, but I kind of saw the funny side and just kind of said to her, you seriously can't be on your phone while you're actually sat at lights ever. So I'm just hoping she's learnt from that and hasn't killed anyone since. So I'm now heading to location. I'm not sure whether the location I'm going to is going to be suitable for what I want to do, but I'm going there regardless. And when I get there, you will see me do some U-turns and some slow speed bike stuff. So I shall see you all shortly. Tidy bye. Right, so we're here. Time for some U-turns. So I pulled over at the side of the road. I picked a quiet road even though a car has just gone past. It's usually really quiet. And what I'm going to do is step by step, I'm going to go through it and what I do. So crack it into gear, clutch on, brake if needed, check your left, check your right, and then pull off, and then check your right, and then swerve it round, and then I'd stop, like so. And then if I wanted to set off then, I would then do a left, a right, a shoulder check, indicate, shoulder check, and off I go again. So I'm going to do another U-turn now, so check my left mirror, check my right mirror, do a shoulder check, pull off, lifesaver and round. And what you want to be doing is, look where you want to go, don't look at your bike. So whenever I'm doing this, I'm looking down the road, I'm not looking down at my handlebars, I'm not looking at the floor. If you do that sort of thing, you'll lose your balance. So I'll try and make it so my helmet's pointing where I think you should be looking. And we'll do it one more time. So left, right, shoulder check, pull off, shoulder check and U-turn. So I'm actually looking where I want to be actually end up in the end, like so. Yeah? Right, so that's it for our U-turns. I'll do one more so I'm facing the other way. I'm going to do a rolling one this time. And round we go. Now let's do some slow riding stuff. So I'm down at 10. What can we do? We can do some low speed swerving. Like so. I'm just checking to make sure there's no one coming from behind me. Please just go. There we go. So that's all low speed. The key with low speed I reckon is high revs and clutch in. So now let's do a mini little U-turn here in this bumpy bit. That's slow speed, and then slow speed out again. So we can just stick at 10 mile an hour. Slow speed down here. If there's a large enough space, I'll try and do some figures of 8. As I've not done figures of 8 since my actual test. So we'll try and use that opening over there for a figure of 8. We're all nice and clear. So, figure of 8. And like I said, I've not done these since my actual bike test about 4 years ago. Once again, it's all about looking where you want to go and keeping the revs up and your clutch in. Not fully, otherwise you won't go anywhere, you'll just fall over. But this is quite a large bike. This is a DL650, so it's got a really long wheelbase. So it's quite... I'm not going to say it's easy, it's actually quite hard work. And one thing you've got to really make sure you don't do is stutter your bike. 'Cause if you have your clutch out too much and too little revs, you'll stutter it and then you'll be jerking everywhere. I don't know if these are any good, but they're making me feel better. Alright, so I think that pretty much concludes it for slow riding skills. I've done some weaves with no cones, done some U-turns, done some stories, and then done some figures of 8. So yeah, I'm going to just pull over and do our last little bit, and we will have endured another episode of the Sunny Bear Challenge. So I think there's a nice lay-by down here that we're going to go play in. Try and pick somewhere. Well, there'll be lots of cars watching me act a fool. So I'll see you next when I get to my little lay-by. Right, so I'm in my lay-by. Cars are coming both ways. I'm going to sign off now and do my little Sunny Bear bit. You ready? Sunny Bear, Sunny Bear, Sunny Bear, Sunny Bear. Got a thumbs up. Sunny Bear. Oh, Sunny Bear, Sunny Bear, Sunny Bear. Oh yeah. All right, that's me. I think I've embarrassed myself enough. I shall catch you guys next time. Cheers, guys. Bye.